Good day. This is the first video on number patterns. I call it a summary. It's part of the grade 7 to 11 syllabus. I'm going to teach you how this all fits together from grade 3 to grade 11. To find the other videos on this topic, you can just type number pattern 1. That'll cover the patterns in your own words. Number patterns 2. That'll cover explaining it from its position and so on. In maths, we'll get numeric patterns, geometric, quadratic, and other patterns. This is mainly a theoretical video to get your words right and to see how all this fits together. For the rest of the video, I'm just going to work on this numeric pattern. We say consider the sequence or pattern 3, point, comma 5, point, comma 7, point, comma 9. These dots means go on forever. We put point commas between numbers in maths if we want to break them loose from each other. Another pattern like this is called a sequence. It says here, each number in the sequence is called a term. Another word you must learn. So that is your term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4. Now please say this out aloud with me. The first term is 3. The second term is 5. The third term is 7. If you really read this a few times, you will now understand what is written over here. This says term 1 is 3, term 2 is 5, term 3 is 7. Please read it here and here again to program your brain. From grade 4, you were taught that you should be able to describe the rule to find this sequence or pattern in your own words. This is open for discussion, but you can't just do what you want. If somebody reads your answer, they must be able to write out the sequence without you helping them. An example, you can say I start with 3, then I add 2 to get 5, then add 2 to get 7, then keep adding 2 to get the consecutive numbers of this pattern or sequence. You may use your own words. There is a video, Number Patterns 1, describe in own words, where we do all the different kinds of patterns in one video. Please make the word consecutive numbers part of your vocabulary in mathematics from today. Use it frequently, explain it to your parents, explain it to your teacher and your friends. Next, you must be able to describe the rule referring to the position. It's part of the grade 7 and older syllabus. You will then write, it's 2 times the position of the term, then plus 1. Or you can just write shorter, 2 times the position of the term plus 1. Please look at the video, Number Patterns 2, describe from position. There we will do all the different patterns in one video. Then in grade 8 and older, we will teach you describe the rule in terms of n. N being the number representing the position of the term. Then you can write 2 times n plus 1 or just 2n plus 1. And eventually they will only ask write down Tn, or they will ask write down the general term of the sequence. Then you'll just write Tn equals 2n plus 1. Look at the video, Number Patterns 3, general term. Now from grade 7, they can ask us to determine the 5th and 6th term. Classes before this, they just said find the next 2 numbers in the pattern. Then we will see that we had 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 2 is 9. So we will plus 2 to get to 11, and then plus 2 to get to 13. So I'll just write 11, point, comma 13, or I can write T5 equals 11, and T6 equals to 13. Then they can ask me to determine T20 if Tn equals to 2n plus 1. In grade 7, we'll just say 2 times 20 plus 1 and get the answer. And from grade 8, we will work it out with algebra and get T20 equals 41. Then they can ask me to determine which term will be equal to 21. In grade 7, we'll use inspection. That means we'll guess. Let's say it's the 7th term and see if it's 21, and then we take the 10th term and see if it's 21. After grade 7, we will use algebra, one of these 2 methods, and then write term 10 is 21 or T10 is 21. Now quickly to see how it followed on each other since grade 3. In grade 3 we worked with flow diagrams, and they gave me numbers on this side, and we had to work out these, or gave me these, and I had to work out those from grade 3 on. Then they just gave me numbers and asked me to find the pattern and find the next numbers. In grade 7, we learn to give them names. This is term 1, term 2, term 3. That is not numbers, that's the name of this term. In grade 7 and older, we learn to put this into a table that we can get something to work from. Then in grade 8, we get this formula we can use now to do algebra with a sequence. Now, from grade 7 on, we must know the words sequence, term, pattern, consecutive terms, consecutive numbers, position of a term, value of a term. From grade 8 on, we're going to put it in a table like this, with your x at the top, y at the bottom, and we're going to get this formula compared to this one. When new words will come in, like x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. Not important now. And then finally, in grade 8, we learn to plot these coordinates on a Cartesian plane. Please indicate whether you liked or disliked the video and subscribe to the channel. If you run into any number pattern problem on school level grade 1 to 12 that you can't solve, you can send a clear WhatsApp photo of your problem to this number and a clear WhatsApp photo of where you tried it. And then we will try and solve the problem for you and send back an answer as soon as possible for free. Enjoy number patterns.